Welcome students. I am your new physics teacher, myself Chandra Kodai. Today we are going to discuss about our fifth chapter, sorry, it is fourth chapter, light. Okay, so at first in this chapter we have to know what is light and what are the properties of light, and also we know about different types of spherical mirror and its related term. Now, at first, before knowing the definition of light, we have to know what is energy. Okay, what is energy? So the question is, what is energy? Actually, energy is basically the ability to do work done. Okay, the ability to do work done. That means actually when we have sufficient energy, then we complete some hard work. Okay, if we have not sufficient energy, then we could not do some work. Okay, that means energy is required to do some work done, and the SI unit of energy is equal to actually joule, and CGS unit of energy is equal to R. And in this case, we also know about actually what is the relation between Joule and R. Basically, Joule and R relation, the relation is 1 Joule is equal to 10 to the power 7 R. Okay. Now, the question is, what is light? The first question. Okay. So basically, what is the definition of light? Actually, light is a form of energy. Light is a form of energy, okay, which causes sensation of vision in our eye to see objects, and it is generally expressed in SI unit, in unit joule, and it is also a an electromagnetic wave. Electromagnetic wave. Okay. All of you know about light. Now the question is, what is the or what are the general properties of light? Okay. So in this case, actually, next point is properties of light. Properties of light. There are several properties of light energy. First one is reflection of light. Second one is diffraction of light. Third one is dispersion of light. And fourth one is scattering of light. And so on. Now, in this chapter, we have to know what are the spherical mirrors. Okay, and at first we have to know what is spherical mirror, and therefore we discuss about different types of spherical mirror and the terms related with spherical mirrors. Okay, so in this case, the next point is actually what are spherical mirrors. But what is the definition of spherical mirror? Actually, spherical mirror is one type of mirror that that shape is in uh, that shape is actually spherical. Okay, that means that is cut from a spherical hollow sphere. Okay, so if we take a sphere, hollow sphere like that, and we cut in this portion, this point is A and this point is B, then we take the left side of this portion, that is we say ACB, then we get this type of shape. Okay, and in this case this is made with glass material, and if we complete one side of this surface is opaque, then this type of mirror is called spherical mirror. Okay, so in this case here actually the reflected surface is convex. Okay, so this mirror is actually convex mirror. And if we take from the same hollow sphere, we take another part, or we can consider another sphere like this. We take another hollow sphere like this, and we cut this portion. This is A, B, this point is C. We take, and we take the right side, then we get this type of shape, and we make one side of the curved surface is opaque, then we get this type of mirror, and this mirror is called actually concave mirror, because the reflected surface is like concave. Okay, now this is actually hollow glass sphere. Okay, this is also hollow glass sphere, and from the glass sphere we make this type of convex mirror, and we make this type of concave mirror. Okay, so from this case we know there are two types of spherical mirror. So first one is actually concave, and the second one is convex mirror. Okay, so this is the main difference between convex and concave mirror. What is the main difference between convex and concave mirror? Actually, the reflecting surface of convex mirror is like convex, and the reflecting surface of concave mirror is concave. Okay. Now the next portion, that is actually some terms terms related with spherical, this type of spherical mirrors. Okay, this type of spherical mirrors. So first we take or we draw a picture of concave mirror. This is concave mirror. Okay, as the reflecting surface is concave. Now, in this case, we take two extreme points, that is x and that is y. Okay, and the midpoint of the xy, or we can say we can take an imaginary line that is exactly perpendicular to spherical mirror surface. Okay, this point actually we can say P, which is known as actually pole. Okay, So pole is the midpoint of any spherical mirror. Okay, and here actually xy is concave mirror. Okay, and P is the pole of the concave mirror, and this imaginary line which is named by AB. Okay, this is the imaginary line which passes through pole. This line is actually called principal axis. Okay, this is principal axis. So here we already know two terms. First one is pole, second one is principal axis. Okay. Now the next term is radius of curvature. Radius of curvature. Okay. So if before know the definition of radius of curvature, we have to know what is center of curvature. What is center of curvature? Okay. Actually, what is the definition of center of curvature? Actually, this concave mirror is a part of this concave mirror is a part of a hollow spherical glass slab. Okay, and the center of the hollow sphere that is defined as C. Okay, this point C point is called C point is called center of curvature. Okay, so C is the center of curvature. That means C is the center of the sphere. Okay, from which the concave mirror is made. And here the distance between P and C, or we can say the distance between pole and center of curvature, is called radius of curvature. That means PC. Okay, this is radius of curvature. Now we know three terms. First one pole, second one principal axis, third one radius of curvature, and the fourth one is center of curvature. Actually, third one is center of curvature and fourth one is radius of curvature. Now, again we have to know about what is focus and what is focal length. So what is focus? Ultimately, if some parallel lines like some parallel lines which is parallel to principal axis is incident on this mirror, then they meet to a point on principal axis. They meet to a point on principal axis that is defined as F, and F is called focus. Okay. So what is the definition of focus? Actually, when parallel light which is parallel to when incident light which is parallel to principal axis is incident on spherical mirror, or which is incident on concave mirror, then they meet after reflection, they meet to a point on principal axis. That point is called focus, and the distance between focus and focus and pole is called focal length. That means FP is called, or we can say always distance is calculated from pole. So that means the distance from pole to focus, EF, is called focal length. Okay, this is focal length. So here we already know about total 6 terms. First one is pole, second one is principal axis, and third one is center of curvature, and fourth one is radius of curvature, fifth one is focus, and the sixth one is focal length. And the next term actually next one actually 7, that is actually aperture. That means, what is the definition of aperture? Aperture means the area of a spherical mirror by which the incident light is incident on the mirror. Okay, this is the area, actually area by which incident rays are falling on the mirror. Okay, and this aperture is are two types. Okay, first one is, there are two types. One is linear aperture and another is actually angular aperture. Okay, here what is the linear aperture? Ultimately, if we connect x and y with a straight line like that, then the line is called actually linear aperture. Okay, that means we can say xy is linear aperture. And what is angular aperture? Okay. And what is angular aperture? Angular aperture means when we connect x to c with different color, I think it is different color red, and we connect x, c, and we connect c and y. That means the angle subtended at center of curvature with the diameter of this mirror, then the angle, this angle, theta. Theta is called angular aperture. That means we can say theta, that is equal to angular aperture. Okay. These are the total terms, 7 terms which is related with spherical mirror. Basically, I take here concave mirror. So if we take convex mirror, then there is also pole, principal axis, radius of curvature, center of curvature, focus, focal length, aperture also. But in for convex mirror, actually the definition of focus changed. Actually, if we take convex mirror like that, this is your convex mirror, then we take principal axis, this is your principal axis, x and y we take here, and AB your convex mirror, this is your convex mirror. Here this point is P is pole, and this is your C, that means center of curvature. This is your F, means focus point. TF is focal length. BC is radius of curvature, and here also if we write down these factors, then we can say this is P, that is equal to pole, and F is focus point, C is center of curvature, PC, that means radius of curvature, and PF, that is focal length. And here also if we connect this and this, we get this theta, that is actually angular aperture, and here if we connect the line, so AB line is here linear aperture. Okay, and here the definition of focus is changed actually. Okay, because if we take parallel ray, which is parallel incident ray, we take incident ray which is parallel to principal axis, then after a reflection they actually not meet, do not meet, they appears to meet from focus point. Okay. So the definition of focus for a convex mirror is changed. The definition is actually when the incident ray which is parallel to principal axis is incident on a convex mirror, then they appears from a point which on the principal axis. This point is called focus. Okay, and one final point which is very important. The point is if important point when actually linear aperture is very small, when aperture is very small, then we can say actually then we can say TF which is focal length that is equal to PC upon 2, or in generally PC which is radius of curvature symbolized with capital R. Okay, this is symbolized as radius of curvature capital R and focal length is small f. So we can say from this relation f is equal to capital R by 2. Okay, so today this is the end of the class, and today actually I discuss about what is light energy, what are the properties of light energy, and different types of spherical mirror, and the terms which is related with spherical mirror. Okay, so in the next class we actually discuss about real image and virtual image. Okay.